Well, greetings students. This is week 3 of your coursework for this semester, this spring semester in internship. We just finished week 2's discussion in class, and we talked about your preparation and meeting with your field supervisors. I want you to be sure to go back and read chapter 1 of Kaiser's book if you haven't, because it has some really good points about helping you understand the role of internship. One of the things that on page 2, I remember, it gives you a clear definition of what internship is. And then you have those 9 myths about internship. You know, it's really important to understand what you come in thinking internship is, and then finding out what internship experience really is designed to do for you. One of the myths that I think about is myth 2, where it gives you the difference between service learning and internship. You've been doing service learning projects in various courses, and one of the things I think is really important that our alum talked about is, she said, up until this point, all of your coursework has prepared you for this very time, for the time for you to go into the field and do the work. Well, myth 2 says the difference between service learning and internship is service learning is about serving the community, which you did, like in Intro to Human Services or in nonprofit finance. But your internship really is about your own professional development. While you are in an organization that is going to serve the community, it's going to be really important that you identify those strengths, those weaknesses that you have, that you use them to your benefit, that you use the resources that your supervisor has for you. And in chapter 2, I really want you to think about, and that's the reading requirement for this week, how you develop those relationships. Now that you're moving into this organization, you have to step into a new culture. And so the book has given you some really great tips on how to develop those relationships with coworkers, how to develop that relationship with your supervisor, how to understand the culture of the organization, the rules, the policies, those unspoken mores or values. It'll be good for you to figure out or meet with some of your coworkers and find out what is the culture, how would they define the culture of the organization. Those are things that'll help you in your reflection paper as you prepare your reflective summaries or your assignments. I think this week you have a paper you have to write where you actually meet with the CFO, CBO, or someone on the board, and then you reflect about your own internship experiences. One other thing I want you to look at in the chapters as you read is the area that talks about your e-portfolio. I love this book because it anticipates all of the things you have to do in the next 2 semesters, unless you're doing your capstone and internship together. That's going to require a little bit more time and effort. But the book has provided you with great guiding points, and I want to encourage you to read that, and then utilize those resources. It'll help you identify how you want to lay out your portfolio. I've given you the tool by Optimal Resume that you have to use, but it'll give you some really great points, and we'll talk a little bit more in class about how I'd like you to set up the outline of your e-portfolio. So with that being said, my hope is that you will actually take the time. Remember, it takes about 3 hours outside of class to meet the requirements for your class requirements over and above the class time that you spend. And since you're doing a lot of your class time in the field, it will be really important that you carve out time to read. It will prepare you. You'll be less frustrated. You'll be more productive. And then the times that we have together for you to ask questions when we meet on Zoom will be very, very beneficial. Okay? So have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.